the Wyoming Association of Municipalities convention in Laramie, Wyoming, and we are speaking to
Matt Ashby.
And Matt, you are with the City of Cheyenne, correct?
That's correct. I'm the Planning Services Director.
And you have been asked to give a presentation here on historic buildings and 21st century codes. And I know what you're talking about is the same kind of problems we've had in Sheridan. Tell us a little bit about what your subject matter is.
Well, basically, we often hear that our codes are too stringent and creating obstacles for businesses that want to open in our community. But what we have actually found is that there are a lot of tools that we can use to address many of the most common of issues. And one of those key tools is making sure that people are educated in knowing what they're going to encounter when they decide to go into a historic building.
And so what are the kinds of flexibilities that are available under the historic building code that are not necessarily present if you're building a new structure?
Well, generally what we're using is the International Existing Building Code, which is a separate compendium of the building code that provides for 4 different options for you to look at using when you're doing a historic building. And our presentation today will get into that, but the regular building code has a prescriptive measure which basically says exactly what you have to do to get into that building. The existing building code offers 4 different approaches that allow you to renovate that building in a way that better matches your plans as a building owner and probably meets your pocketbook a little bit better to be able to parse out and divide the project in such a way that it will meet your needs and your financial abilities.
So, not to put you on the spot, but can you briefly name each of those 4 ways and just describe them real briefly?
I can, I think. This is where our building code official comes into the presentation. But the 4 are the prescriptive method that's currently in code is still allowed as one of those options. The work area method allows you to basically partition off the area that you'll be impacting. And so that allows you to upgrade only a portion of the building rather than the whole thing. Performance-based path, which basically lets you provide solutions that meet a series of a score or criteria to be able to achieve a high enough level that you may not have to do certain things, but you would have to improve other things.
So you get extra credit in other areas.
Exactly.
So maybe, I think that we need a little more communication and collaboration between Cheyenne and Sheridan, because you guys are really doing a heck of a job on your downtown, and Sheridan has a wonderful downtown.
They do.
But before people commit to investing in these historic structures, they want to know that they can meet their budget.
That's right. And, as far as budget goes, the way that we finance this project was through a grant from the State Historic Preservation Office. And they provided us with the funding to bring in a code consultant to help provide a code workshop for our building officials and our inspectors, as well as providing some opportunities for the public to learn about what they might encounter if they own an old building or are thinking about opening a business.
Well, I'm going to be getting that information from you, because we sure could use that kind of assistance in Sheridan.
Sounds good.
Thanks so very much for your time, and best of luck on your presentation. And thanks for being here at the Wyoming Association of Municipalities and for taking just a few moments to visit with folks in Sheridan about historic building preservation and renovation codes.
Thank you.